Alright, everyone. So, Beebs, hi. Thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you're having a good night. We're actually just getting started. Perfect timing. So, everyone, since we're starting a little bit late tonight, we might not get to the whole story together, but here is kind of my plan for what I'm hoping to get through tonight at least. So the reason I wanted to do a fairy tale retelling with you all is because I think one of the really important skills that you can learn as a creator is learning to identify what you like in a story and what you don't like in a story. Because the more honest you are with yourself about what you want in a story, especially in the stuff that you consume, the more critical you are, the more aware you are of your interests, the better you are going to be equipped to write your own stories. Wow! Noriboshi! Hi!
Hi.
So good to see you! Hi, welcome in! Rusty! Hi, welcome in! Charlie!
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. Ready for story time? I will do my best. We're gonna work together to write the story. We're gonna do our best. You'll mostly be lurking. Please have a cozy lurk. Please lurk cozily. I was just starting to explain kind of what our to-do list is gonna be. Oh, and before we get carried away, everyone, Noriboshi Ariel is a new streamer here on AniLive. Just debuted today. Amazing singer. Please check them out. Please. Let's spread all of our warm, supportive vibes. Now, hello, welcome in. I love little red mushrooms. So cute. You're very welcome. I hope that you enjoy AniLive. Hi, Mel. So nice to see you here. So, as I was saying, today what we're gonna do is we are gonna talk about The Little Mermaid. We're gonna talk about what are the key story beats. What do you think is necessary to make a story recognizable as The Little Mermaid? What characters are important in the story? What is their role? And then we're gonna talk about what The Little Mermaid means to us. And then we're gonna rewrite it. We're going to take everything that we've learned that we like and dislike about The Little Mermaid, and we're going to combine it into a new story, and then we'll begin writing it together. Such a revelation when you sit up out of your chair and walk with your phone, right? There have been times when my cat wants out of the room and I can take chat with me while I let my cat out. I love being able to walk her out AniLive. I'm hoping that I can find some places where the internet signal is good, where we can go hang out, gardens to walk in and stuff like that. There's so much we can do with AniLive. But alright, let's start by talking about everyone. Raise your hand if you have ever heard the story of The Little Mermaid. Whether you've heard it in the Hans Christian Andersen form, maybe you've read one of those cute little picture books that Disney puts out for The Little Mermaid. Maybe you've watched the movie, you've watched the cartoon. Maybe you've seen it in Kingdom Hearts. You've heard old versions a long time ago, but you don't remember. The opera Ruskov, Ooh, I've never heard of. I didn't know there was an opera, but that sounds really suiting for it. You've seen 2 Disney versions. Ooh, I actually haven't seen the new one yet. I'm so bad at going to theaters. So we're all familiar with the Little Mermaid. Yay! Someone else has seen it in Kingdom Hearts. Yay! That was I've only played Kingdom Hearts 1 up to Atlantis. I got stuck there. I couldn't find some stupid dolphin. There was some dolphin I needed to find and I could never find it. So I rage quit. It's the only time I've actually rage quit a game. Was Kingdom Hearts 1. Because I couldn't find a dolphin. Your main exposure was through Kingdom Hearts. Heck yeah! The gravity there was bad. See, I wish that I got to experience it. Sometimes I want to play Kingdom Hearts again. Maybe we'll stream it sometime. I have it for my PC. I have the PC version now. We could technically play it. But where was I going with this? Don't worry. I have notes written right here, so I won't get totally lost. I'll just get a little bit lost. So, I was gonna say that in my memory of the Little Mermaid, I remember it being a story of a mermaid girl who meets and falls in love with a human boy and decides that she wants to go to land to make him fall in love with her, but the deal she makes is that she only has a certain amount of time to make him fall in love with her, or she'll turn into sea foam. And in the end of the story, in the Little Mermaid version, it's a happy ending where the human boy does fall in love with her, and they live happily ever after as 2-legged people. But I remember reading in the original one that he falls in love with somebody else, and she ends up turning into angel sea foam. So very different endings. Which ending are you guys the most familiar with? Or which ending resonates with you more? Because I like that the Disney version has a happy ending, but the Hans Christian Andersen ending sticks with me a lot more. It haunts me. And I always found it interesting how in the Hans Christian Andersen version, the human prince falls in love with somebody else, but the mermaid doesn't blame the other girl. She just ends up accepting that even though she was really in love with this dude, it didn't work out for her. I always thought that was a really mature take for a kid's story. You heard the Disney adaptations are much brighter than the original stories. Yeah, they really are. They really are. So I thought you imagine the rosebuds as Ursula's plan. No! You don't mean the plans of the people who couldn't finish their contracts, do you? I would never. No! I imagine you all as being cute little flowers with feet that walk around. Oh gosh, I see travel. I'm concerned. I need to make it up to you. I need to prove to you that I'm not Ursula. So I have the Wikipedia summary for the entire Little Mermaid, and It's long. It's long. It's almost like I would think I'm just reading you guys the whole story, like as published. Well, I could read that to you guys to refresh us, but I think that we kind of understand. Let's see, what are some interesting things what are some things that are interesting in the Little Mermaid story? Funnily enough, summer Wikipedia editors get scolded for making some of their favorite articles excessively linked. Really? I wonder if this summary of the Little Mermaid is too long. I wonder if it's too long. But okay, I'm gonna read it to you guys. I'll read it to you. The whole Wikipedia page. Are you ready? It's so long. But there's some interesting stuff in here that I think we should note down. Okay, so the Little Mermaid lives in an utopia underwater kingdom with her father, the Sea King, her paternal grandmother, and her 5 older sisters, each one of them born a year apart. The Little Mermaid is fascinated by the world above the sea and human beings, and keeps a statue of a human boy in her garden in the palace. Feeling lonely and isolated from her family, she yearns to explore the world above, constantly asking her grandmother to tell her stories about humans. So from that part alone, if I'm gonna make like a little story summary of like what the key parts of the story are, the secret world of Wikipedia editors. I do think people who have the patience and dedication to edit Wikipedia articles are really they're the MVPs of the world because like they usually do cite their sources. And oftentimes if I'm like in a deep dive mood, like sometimes I'll do a crazy deep dive on Wikipedia and I'll be able to see the sources and then my deep dive can get even worse and I can just be stuck down there forever. I love it. I love learning new things. So in our summary of like what stands out to us about the Little Mermaid, what really resonated with me personally about that section was I like the idea that the Little Mermaid wants to explore the world. Like she's already in a perfect place. She lives somewhere perfect, but longs to learn more about. So I made a note here that what was interesting to me about that paragraph was that she lives in apparently a utopia, is how they described it. She lives in a utopia, but she wants to learn more about the outside world. Also, she's lonely, which I thought was really sad. She's lonely. Did anything stick out to you all? Or are we in agreement that like the takeaway is utopia? She lives in a utopia and she wants to learn more about humans. I drink water. Okay, I'm gonna read the next part of the story. When a mermaid turns 15, she is permitted to swim to the surface for the first time to catch a glimpse of the world above. When the 6 mermaids become old enough, wow, hiccup. When the 6 mermaids become old enough, each of them visits the upper world one at a time every year. As each returns, the Little Mermaid listens longingly to their various descriptions of the world inhabited by human beings. The elder sisters, however, soon become jaded of the world above and are content to remain below the sea. So for our retelling, I really like that at age 15 or any other age is when they get to visit. They get to visit. And everyone else goes up and they're like, yeah, that's not a big deal. God, I hope that my keyboard's not too much. I'm sorry if my keyboard is too loud. Then, when the Little Mermaid's time comes, she rises up to the surface, watches a birthday celebration being held on a ship in honor of a handsome prince, and falls in love with him from a safe distance. A violent storm then hits, sinking the ship, and the Little Mermaid saves the prince from drowning. She delivers him unconscious to the shore near a temple. There, the Little Mermaid waits until a young woman from the temple and her ladies-in-waiting find him. To her dismay, the prince never sees the Little Mermaid, or even realizes it was she who originally saved his life. So that's interesting. Kat, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? We are working on a retelling of the Little Mermaid, and we are starting by reading the story and making a list of what story points seem to be making the Little Mermaid the Little Mermaid. So far we're at the part where the Little Mermaid has rescued the prince. So she turns 15 and goes to the surface. So she turns 15 and she goes to the surface and she falls in love with the prince. She saves him from death. And he is found by another girl. He's found by the girl at the temple. And he doesn't know that she's the one who saved him. It says then, oh, hi Autosock, how are you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Is your avatar from the Cyberpunk games? Yeah, I've never played the games, but I did watch the anime. How are you doing? You're playing it right now. I hope you have fun. I've heard that the world building in that one is really good. Let's not talk about the anime. Oh no. Okay, we don't have to talk about it. Blackpot, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hi. Welcome in, everyone. We are working on a retelling of The Little Mermaid. Right now, we're going over the Wikipedia page, the plot summary, and I'm noting down the story elements that really stick out to me. It's like, oh, that's important for The Little Mermaid. Thank you so much for liking the stream. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Wow. So we just reached the part. Oh, thank you for following. Thank you. We just reached the part where the Little Mermaid has saved the prince. And she brought him to shore, and his unconscious body was found by a lady who works at a temple. And he doesn't know that the Little Mermaid is the one who saved him. The Little Mermaid becomes melancholic and asks her grandmother if humans can live forever. Oh shit, that's not great. Her grandmother explains that humans have a much shorter lifespan than mermaids, but they have an eternal soul that lives on in heaven, while mermaids turn to sea foam at death and cease to exist. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That's kind of dark. I don't remember that part. Oh my gosh. So, I'm not sure where. Oh my gosh. So, humans have an eternal soul, but short lifespans. Mermaids live a long time and turn to sea foam. Oh shit. Collect the sea foam of your enemies. Can you imagine like a Dark Souls game where you collect sea foam? Sounds wild. Sounds wild. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that the stakes were like that. Sea foam Kingston. Oh my goodness. How could you suggest that? I did not realize that the stakes were quite this high in The Little Mermaid. There's a lot of lore and world building that I did not know about. This story is a lot more than I thought. Okay, I'm sure it can't get any worse. This paragraph is long, so here we go. The Little Mermaid, longing for the prince and an eternal soul. Oh, she wants both of them. I didn't know that. Visits the sea witch, who lives in a dangerous part of the ocean. Although the witch warns the Little Mermaid that her attempts to win the love of the prince are doomed, she willingly helps her by selling her a potion that gives her legs in exchange for her voice, or says her tongue. As the Little Mermaid has the most enchanting voice in the entire world. The witch warns the Little Mermaid that once she becomes human, she will never be able to return to the sea. Consuming the potion will make her feel as if a sword is being passed through her body. Oh my gosh. Am I a new Vtuber? Yeah! I've only been streaming for about a week now. Nice to meet you. My name is the magical girl, Roseli Petale. And I'm here to protect your stories. You can find me on Twitter at Magical Roseli. I like doing story content. I like being creative, art, writing, singing. And I hope that we can all inspire each other. Where was I? I was at the sword being passed through her body part, which seems pretty metal. And not just because it's a sword and it's made of metal. When she recovers, she will have 2 human legs and be able to dance as no human has ever danced before. However, the pain of losing her tail will never leave her. She will constantly feel as if she's walking on sharp knives. What is this story? And her feet will bleed terribly. What? Oh, do I plan to do singing streams in the future? I do karaoke sometimes, and I actually have a song cover on YouTube. You can find my YouTube from my Twitter. Yeah. I did a song cover for my debut, and I also did all of the art and the music video. Yeah, I would really appreciate any support. Thank you so much. I covered Hug from Murmur Jump. It's a Vocaloid song. I hope you all enjoy it. I do karaoke from time to time, but today I'm going to be writing. I feel like I do too much karaoke and that I'm probably starting to drive people crazy with all the singing I do. Maybe once we get through the story, if it is something we want to do, I can try and do some karaoke tonight. I've already accepted that we won't write our whole story together tonight. What I'll probably end up doing is I will write a version of it off stream and I'll either record a reading or put it on Twitter or something. And then you guys can all help me sharpen it up. Tony, hello, welcome in, welcome in. So good to see you, so good to see you. I'm the magical girl Roseli Petale, and I am reading The Little Mermaid. And after we're done going through the original story summary, we're gonna patch together our own retelling of it. So let's see, where were we? Liliana! Hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm Roseli Petale, the magical girl. And I'm here to protect your stories. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Hope you well rested this weekend. We're reading The Little Mermaid, or at least a summary on Wikipedia, and writing down key plot points so we can rewrite it in our own way. And right now I'm finding out that the original story is crazy. What is this live about? We are looking at The Little Mermaid, and we are going to write a retelling of it together. Right now we're looking at the original story, and based on what sticks out to us about the original, we're going to make a different kind of retelling. And the reason I chose to do this is because I think that it's really important when you're creating something or writing something, drawing something, whatever you're doing, it's really important to understand what you like and what you don't like about the things you already consume. Ram, hello, welcome in again. How are you doing, Remy? So the part we're at The Little Mermaid, which we're going to be retelling The Little Mermaid, and right now we're reading a summary of it. And right now we're reading about, actually I'm going to make some notes here. So The Little Mermaid trades her voice for feet. But it really hurts. It really hurts. Not only does it hurt, like the story is like, it feels like a knife going through you. It feels like a sword going through you when her tail becomes legs. And then afterwards, her legs hurt forever. And her feet are always bleeding. Her feet are always hurting. But apparently she's the best dancer ever. I did not realize that about the original story, that it hurt that badly. So she wanted to become human so that she could the prince could fall in love with her, and she also wants an eternal soul, which is very much a thing of the times. But moreover, she will obtain a soul only if she wins the love of the prince and he marries her, for then a part of his soul will flow into her. Wild. Otherwise, at dawn of the first day after he marries someone else, the Little Mermaid will die with a broken heart and dissolve into sea foam. Oh my gosh! So in this version, the time limit is the prince getting married. So if the prince had been single forever, she could have stayed alive forever. That's wild! I didn't realize that. Because in the Disney version, Ursula is the one who makes the 3-day rule. But apparently in the original version, the only thing standing between, the only thing that would turn the mermaid into sea foam was if the prince married someone and her heart broke. This story is wild! After she agrees to the arrangement, the Little Mermaid swims up to the surface near the prince's castle and drinks a potion. The liquid feels like a sword, piercing her body, and she passes out on the shore. Oh my gosh. Oh, and it even says here she's naked. Thank you, that's all we needed to know. She's found by the prince, who is mesmerized by her beauty and grace, even though he discovers that she is mute. That's wrong. Bad writing. Most of all, he likes to see her dance, and she dances for him despite suffering excruciating pain with every step. That's depressing! What? Soon, the Little Mermaid becomes the prince's favorite companion and accompanies him on many of his outings. As she is mute, he confides in her his deepest thoughts and feelings, but he does not fall in love with her at all. He regards her as more of a pet than a person and has her sleep on the floor outside of his bedroom. The hell? What the hell is the story? What? This is making me so angry. I'm gonna put here in the notes, I want to punch the prince. Okay, so, he likes her as a friend. This is terrible. So he likes her as a friend, and, she dances for him, even though it hurts her. Sugary Sweets! Hello, welcome in. We are reading the original Little Mermaid, or rather a summary of it, so that we can take it apart for our own retelling, and I have reached the conclusion that I hate the prince. I hate him. He's a terrible dude. We just finished reading the part where the Little Mermaid, when she's human, she's a really good dancer. Hello, Skibbity Ohio. Oh no, I'm gonna try and read this, but hello, I don't know those two words. Skibbity Ohio, you have got to pay the phantom tax before I get the Roseli bear on you. I don't know what this means. Red Chimera, help me. Kai Sana, I don't know what this means. I'm so old. I'm a Pokemon Red player. You can't do this to me. You've been elfed. We've all been Gen Alpha. How are you doing? I hope that you are feeling Skibbity Ohio. Skibbity Toilet. Momoko and Hikari, and now Oz, and they know Skibbity Toilet. You played Sapphire back in the day, but you didn't have a Game Boy before that. Sapphire was so good! That was the version I had too. We're gonna do another Pokemon stream this week, so we can all gush about Pokemon. I'm so excited. But hi, nice to see you. We are reading The Little Mermaid, and we hate the prince. I hate the prince. Raise your hand if you're also kind of angry with the prince right now. He finds the Little Mermaid unconscious on the beach, and he loves to watch her dance, but dancing causes her pain. She dances for him anyway to make him happy, and she's like his best friend, and he tells her all of his secrets, and he has her sleep outside of his bedroom door. She sleeps on the floor outside his bedroom door. That is just like the nail in the coffin. Up until then, I was like, wow, he's a dummy. And now I'm like, oh, he's a... He respects her space. She doesn't have her own space. She sleeps in the hallway. I'm scared. Am I gonna get angrier as this goes on? They're like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4 more paragraphs? I'm sure it can't make me more angry. When the prince's parents encourage him to marry the neighboring princess in an arranged marriage, the prince tells the Little Mermaid he will not, because he does not love the princess. He goes on to say that he can only love the young woman from the temple, whom he believes rescued him. Oh, that's so frustrating. It turns out that the princess from the neighboring kingdom was the temple woman, and she was sent to the temple for her education. The prince declares his love for her, and the royal wedding is announced at once. Oh, that makes me so mad! Shoe lover, hello, welcome in, how are you doing? I'm mad at the Little Mermaid. I love the Little Mermaid, she seems like a sweet bean. I'm mad at the prince. His anger, the desired reaction from a good book. I mean, a good story will get an emotional reaction out of you, but this one's just making me mad about the prince being such a dummy and a jerk. The prince is in love with the temple lady because he thinks she saved him. And then he finds out she's also the princess his parents want him to marry. Okay, I think I've used skibbity in a sentence too. I've done this in honor of sugary sweets. So the prince is in love with the temple lady because he thinks she saved him. He finds out that she's also the princess his parents want him to marry, and then he's like skibbity. I think that's how you use skibbity in a sentence. Oh no, this is terrible though, because in this version of The Little Mermaid, we're reading the Hans Christian Andersen version. In this version of The Little Mermaid can stay human, but as soon as the prince marries somebody else, she's gonna turn into sea foam. Go on! The Little Mermaid is tragic and I'm upset. How are you? It's nice to meet you. My name is Roseli Petale. The prince in The Little Mermaid's a jerk. This paragraph is long. It's gonna make me angry. Hold me back. Someone to hold me back. If I start getting angry, if I start growling, hold me back. Hold me back. The prince and the princess celebrate their new marriage aboard a wedding ship, and the Little Mermaid's heart breaks. No! She thinks of all that she has sacrificed and all the pain she has endured for the prince. I know, I'm thinking about it too! She despairs, thinking of the death that awaits her, but before dawn, her sisters rise out of the water and bring her a dagger. Oh. That the sea witch has given them in exchange for their long, beautiful hair. Oh no! Oh no! If I could time travel, would I pay visit Hans Christian Andersen? I would go see him and maybe give him a hug and be like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay?" If the Little Mermaid kills the prince and lets the blood drip on her feet, she'll become a mermaid once more, and all of her suffering will end. She will live out her full life in the ocean with her family. However, the Little Mermaid cannot bring herself to kill the sleeping prince lying with his new wife, and she throws the dagger and herself off the ship into the water just as dawn breaks. This is so upsetting! The first Roseli beam in history. You're right, I might time travel and give it to him. Yummy! Hello, welcome in, how are you doing? So I guess for this summary part, it's that the mermaid's sisters trade their hair for a dagger. The sea witch. She kills the prince with the dagger and gets the blood on her feet. She'll become a mermaid again. But she cannot do it. And jumps into the ocean. I'm so upset. This is so upsetting. Why is this such an upsetting story? Who wrote this? I mean, we've already gathered. We already know it was Hans Christian Andersen. But I'm asking it in more of like a rhetorical sense. Like, who wrote this story? And now who's reading this to my chat? Who's reading this upsetting story to my chat? Is it me? Am I the culprit? I'm so upset right now. But I'm upset. I'm not angry, so you don't have to hold me back yet. Her body dissolves into sea foam, but instead of ceasing to exist, she feels the warm sun and discovers that she has turned into a luminous and ethereal earthbound spirit, a daughter of the air. As the mermaid ascends into the atmosphere, she is greeted by the other daughters who tell her she has become like them because she strove with all her heart to obtain an immortal soul. I'm testing you. I'm testing myself, too. So she turns into an air spirit because she was a good being. Okay, also I put down our summary. She turns into an air spirit because she was a good being. Okay, here is the last sentence. Because of the mermaid sacrifice, she's given a chance to do good deeds for all of her lifespan, 300 years, and she will receive a soul and rise up to heaven when her life ends. Okay, so she can do good and earn the immortal soul. Air spirit. So, everyone, did we survive the Little Mermaid? Or like, I don't know if I would call what just happened us surviving the Little Mermaid. Okay, I'm going to read our summary to you, and then we're going to move on to the next part. The next part is that, I want to know what the story makes you all feel. I know. We're gonna talk about our feelings. So here's my summary of the summary. I'm summarizing the summary. We came out with a deeper appreciation for Disney remakes. Yeah, actually reading this does make the Disney remake kind of more interesting. Because now I can see what they were adapting from, and I'm like, oh, I kind of understand things, like the decisions he made. I'll talk about that a little bit after we're done with this. Bread, hello, welcome in. It's great to see you. Rotten? Oh, Rotten's not a bread, never mind. Here's a bread, thank you. Hope you're having a toasty day. Actually, I don't, because it's toasty here. It's really hot. I hope that you are. I'm trying to think of a bread pun. Dellinger, hello, welcome in. It's hot where you are too. I'm sorry that you're toast. I'm also toast. We're all toast here. I just finished. We read the Wikipedia summary for the original Little Mermaid, and it made us really mad. So I'm gonna read our summary, and then we're gonna talk about how we want to retell the story. So, the Little Mermaid, she lives somewhere perfect, but longs to learn more about the human world. Also, she's lonely. At age 15, the mermaids get to visit the human world for the first time. Everyone else goes up before her, but they're not really all that impressed with that. Then she turns 15, and she goes to the surface, and she falls in love with a prince. And she saves him from death, and he's found by another girl. So she saves him from the water, and she puts him on the sandy beach, and then some other girl finds him, and the prince is like, oh my gosh, this other girl saved me. Thank you so much for following. Thank you. Karma, hello, welcome in. We are reading our summary of the Little Mermaid. I promise that we won't make a summary of our summary though. The summary section stops here. So the Little Mermaid just saved the prince and she put him on the beach, and some other gal found her. And he's like, oh my gosh, this other gal saved me. Then she finds out about the humans having an eternal soul but short lifespans, while mermaids live a long time, but they turn into sea foam. So the Little Mermaid trades her voice for feet, but it really heckin' hurts, and her feet are always hurting. But she's a badass dancer. And the time limit is that when the prince gets married, she's dead. Also, I want to punch the prince. I wrote that here. I want to punch the prince. He likes her as a friend, and he really likes it when she dances for him. But every time she's dancing, even though it makes him really happy, it causes her so much pain. And he makes her sleep outside his bedroom. Yeah, the stories would never go for someone who makes you sleep on the floor in the hallway. Like, I can't believe that is a detail they added here. That makes me so angry. You didn't have to add that. Oh, hold me back, hold me back. Hold me back, hold me back. I won't growl, I won't growl. Like college days. The college AU of the Little Mermaid. Bread, if anyone ever makes you sleep outside on the floor of their room, no. No. So the prince is in love with the lady from the temple who he thinks saved her. And his parents are like, you have to marry this princess. And he's like, no. He tells the Little Mermaid, he's like, no, I don't want to marry the princess. I want to marry the lady from the temple because she saves my life. And the little princess is mute, so she can't say anything about it. And then the temple lady comes and she's like, actually, I'm the princess. And he's like, so I'm in. Okay, let's get married. Let's go. And they get married. And because of that, the Little Mermaid is gonna heckin' turn into sea foam! And her sisters trade their hair for a dagger with the sea witch. And if the princess can kill the prince with the dagger and step in his blood, then she'll turn back into a mermaid and it'll all be over. But she can't do it, so she jumps off the ship and takes the knife with her. And then she turns into an air spirit because she was a good being. And as long as she can be good, she can get the immortal soul she wanted. Monkey, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I'm about to gremlin out. I'm not gonna gremlin out over the Little Mermaid. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Hi, Remy. So good to see you. I'm the magical girl, Roseli Petale, and I'm here to protect your stories. I'm pure, say so, calm, collected, and I don't growl, and I don't make gremlin noises when I'm reading summaries of stories that make me really angry. I never do that. How are you all doing? I'm collected. So that was the summary of The Little Mermaid. What did you all think? What did we all think? 10 out of 10. Do we like the story? You love the story. But, I mean, I see. Well, all opinions are valid, and I won't growl at any of them. But yeah, what did we all think about The Little Mermaid? You will sleep on the floor in the hall. No, that's not the moral of the story. You'd rather rewatch the Disney animated movie. Yeah, the Disney one is a lot happier. So things that stick out to me about the original story versus the Disney story. Because the Disney story is already a remake. That's what we're trying to do. So if we were to study that, so the original doesn't have the grandmother. I mean, no, the Disney one cuts out the grandmother, because there's usually a grandmother who tells the mermaid stories about the human world. But the Disney version has Sebastian, Flounder, and Scuttle. who kind of fill the role that the grandmother does. So I think that's kind of interesting, is that they took out the grandmother and they added 3 different characters who kind of fill her role. They also cut out all of the immortal soul stuff, which totally makes sense because that was definitely like a product of the time that the original story was written. And yeah, so I can see why they cut that out. They cut out the sea foam stuff. And then when the mermaid rescues the prince, she does put him on the beach, but he's not rescued by the person he's gonna marry. He's not like found by the person that he would like to marry. Why would the mermaid become an air spirit? Yeah, I'm kind of wondering that too. The summary makes it sound like air spirits are like what good mermaids become. Brooke, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for the 10 light. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for liking the stream as well. We are talking about the Little Mermaid. Oh, thank you. Thank you for all the 10 lights. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you. Anata Hantani. What is it? Love Live. Nico Ni. I forget how she says it. Hope you're having a good night. Thank you so much for all the gifts. Thank you. Oh, thank you for following. Thank you, Rusty. We are talking about the Little Mermaid, and we just wrote a summary of it, and now we're talking about the differences between the original and the Hans Christian Andersen version and the Disney version, and then we're going to talk about how we want to tell our version of the Little Mermaid. We're just talking about how in the original version, when the mermaid saves the prince, she takes him to the beach, and in Hans Christian Andersen's version, he's found by a lady from a temple, and he thinks that she's the one who saved him. But in the Disney version, he's found by someone who like his guardian. Trax, hi! We're talking about the Little Mermaid and the differences between the Hans Christian Andersen version and the Disney one. And in the original version, when the prince is rescued, he thinks that this lady from the temple rescued him. But in the Disney version, he doesn't know who saved him, but he knows that she sings. You've only seen the Disney one. You might be better off that way. The Hans Christian Andersen one made me very sad and angry. Because the Disney one cuts out a lot of stuff, like in the Hans Christian Andersen version, it says twice. It's like turning into a human causes her so much pain, and walking hurts, and her feet are always bleeding. But she's a badass dancer. And the prince likes her dancing. So she dances for him a lot, even though it hurts her. And he never falls in love with her, he just keeps her as a best friend. And he makes her sleep outside his bedroom on the floor. That makes me so angry. But in the Disney version, the prince is a lot nicer, so I was really surprised at how awful he is in the original. Because in the Disney one, he's nicer to her, and he hangs out with her and he starts falling in love with her. And then when he thinks that he met the girl who rescued him, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna marry her, but he seems really conflicted about it. In the Hans Christian Andersen version, when he finds out that the temple lady is also the princess that he's supposed to marry, he's like, yep, I'm in love. And they get married, and then in the Disney version also, there's a 3-day time limit given by Ursula, but in the original version, the time limit is when the prince gets married. And then it cuts out all the stuff about murdering the prince, which I guess is a pretty Disney move. And she gets to live happily ever after. So yeah, that was a wild time. So I have a lot of thoughts for our remake, our retelling of it. That's certainly something that they would remove, or they would put an apple in it. Yeah, they probably wouldn't have a dagger, there probably wouldn't be blood, and they probably wouldn't have a line that's like, "You must put the blood of the dead prince on your feet in order to turn back into a mermaid." Like, that's just, what? Only two people die in Disney movies, fathers and mothers. So many Disney characters lose their mom. But yeah, so I have a lot of thoughts for our retelling. I think my first thought is, okay, here's a question. Are you ready? I need your opinion. Do we want our retelling to have mermaids in it? Or do we want to do something else? Because I think what's important to me is number one, I want the mermaid to start in a utopia. Yeah, typing ASMR. So I want her to start in a utopia. Do we want her to be like a Little Mermaid, or do we want to do something like mermaid adjacent? Because I know that we definitely need to have, there's the mermaid, and then there are humans. And they're not the same. They have to be different. And also, we know that there are air spirits, because that's what the mermaid becomes. Instead of dying and turning into sea foam, she turns into an air spirit. So we have air spirits. So if we have mermaids for water and we have air spirits for air, why don't we have fire and earth as well? We'll just have like I like cubes. I like Minecraft. So we'll just have 4 of them and we'll have a block. Our retelling will be Minecraft. Perfect. I mean, it'll be an extra bit of work to put all 4 of those in there, but it could be interesting for the world building. Let's see, what else is there? And do we want a love story? Do we want it to be a love story? Maybe the prince is an earth guy. Yeah! Maybe the prince is an earth guy? That would be interesting because water and earth are like kind of opposites. Like, if Pokemon Emerald has taught me anything. If Pokemon Emerald has taught me anything, you have Team Aqua and Team Magma. And the Little Mermaid is Team Aqua. And the Prince is Team Magma. And the Fire Nation won't attack again. Yeah! They could use fire for the prince. Yeah, didn't Disney do like an elemental movie recently? Pixar? Yeah, I didn't watch that one yet. I need to. I heard it was actually really good. But okay, so we have a love story. Do we want a love story? Do we want it to be a love story? Yes, okay, we do want it to be a love story. Do we want it to be an unrequited love story? No, so we want them to fall in love. Okay, so we're gonna write a version of it that is actually a love story where they fall in love and they get to be happy together. And then the other thing that I want to include somewhere in our retelling is Context is important. Feet. The mermaid's feet are very important. I did not go into the Hans Christian Andersen reading thinking it would be a foot story, but here we are. Her feet hurt, and she's supposed to cover them in blood at the end. Yeah, in the Hans Christian Andersen story, it spends a lot of time talking about how when the mermaid loses her tail, it like hurts like a sword. Like it feels like being pierced by a sword. And then her feet hurt and they bleed forever. Like she's a really good dancer, and the prince loves that she's a good dancer, but her feet hurt forever. And in order to turn back into a mermaid at the end, she has to kill the prince and put his blood on her feet. Like that's more times than I thought I was gonna say feet. Hi, Alec! Didn't you see me go live at 6? No, we switched our time to 9. It's like an hour ago. Someone make a feet compilation. No. Yeah, it was like really, really hot today. We were in excessive heat warning, so I couldn't get my phone to run AniLive. You missed it. I'm here. Keyboard ASMR feet. No! I'm being bullied, but I kind of walked into it with my feet. Yeah, we need to somehow... I don't think that we want to have such a strong focus on feet in our story, but we need to have, like, the thing that she does that makes the prince like her should hurt her, but I think he needs to be nice about it. Because in this version, they fall in love. So in this version, he's going to care, and he's going to learn not to let her get hurt. He's gonna be nicer, and also, he's not going to make her sleep outside his room on the floor. He's not gonna make her sleep outside his room on the floor. That is gonna be my biggest change to this story. That still bothers me. If we have one takeaway, that was the best part. No, that makes me so angry. Just a couch. I hate couch. Honestly, even a couch is like such an upgrade. A pull-out couch. She'll go from a pull-out couch to her own bedroom. Yeah, why didn't he? They should have a bed sharing would be cute though. That would be cute. A carpet floor there better. Honestly, that is an improvement because I was imagining a stone floor and it still made me so angry. Keep the floor. We'll think of something. Yeah, he's gonna be nicer in this one. And then the princess. The plot twist with the princess. I think the way I want to do it in our retelling is where like he starts out thinking he's in love with whoever saved him, then realizes he's fallen in love with the Little Mermaid along the way. So it's not even gonna matter. Like maybe there'll be some tension there at first where he's like, I found the girl who I thought saved me and I've been told to marry her. And then he's gonna think, I know I said I was in love with that girl, but I think that I want to marry the Little Mermaid instead because I like her personality. I type faster than your sister. I used to in elementary school. I don't know if they do this for elementary school anymore, but in elementary school there was like a typing competition. And I was a very competitive typer. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said I was a competitive typer. Also, I want my sea witch to be Mole. I want to make her cute. Ursula should eat the prince. No! We can't do that. We're gonna make our prince nice. This is a nicer prince. What keyboard do I have? I don't know. It's a mechanical keyboard though. It looks like a typewriter. It looks like a typewriter. I like the clickety-clackety sound, so I got a clickety-clackety keyboard. And it also, it has like rainbow backlighting. And there's a button on it where I can press the button and it makes different light shows on the keyboard. Sometimes it distracts me. She's a baddie, she would eat him. But our sea witch doesn't have to be a baddie. What if our sea witch is also taking the role of the grandmother? And in our retelling, she's like the mermaid's friend. Because we don't have a grandmother yet. She's evil, but she's not evil in the original, so we don't have to make her evil. Verletta! Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Hi. Yeah, in the original, she's not actually that evil. In fact, in the original... Oh, you didn't know? I'll tell you then. Don't worry, I'll tell you. In the original, the sea witch actually tells the Little Mermaid that she shouldn't use the potion. She's like, you really shouldn't do this. This is really risky and dangerous. You shouldn't do it. But the mermaid does it anyway. I think my mermaid is even going to... I think she's even going to steal the potion from her friend and we'll have like a B plot. Or she's kind of in an argument with the sea witch. Prince falls in love with the grandma and the mermaid is a tragedy again. That could be interesting too though, like if the prince falls in love or seems to be falling in love with the sea witch when the sea witch grandmother character comes to help. Because our sea witch is going to have the role of in the original story, the grandmother is a character who tells the Little Mermaid all about the human world and kind of provides exposition and lore. And we're going to combine the grandmother and the sea witch into one. I think that the mermaid and the sea witch are friends. And they talk about the human world together. And when the mermaid decides that she wants to go to the human world, she asks the sea witch for help, and the sea witch is like, no, you really shouldn't. And the mermaid takes the potion anyways. She put you in as a bad guy. You're not a bad guy. I don't know, do you think we should have a villain? Or do you think that the drama is enough of a villain? What kind of character would be a villain? Like, should we have Don't say that! That's not nice. But yeah, we could have a villain. You do like villains, at least for a part of the story. Maybe... do we want to have, maybe our princess is also like, our princess figures out that the mermaid saves the prince and doesn't tell anyone. She keeps playing along. Am I gonna post the story on Twitter? Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to write up part of the story and I'll put it on Twitter for us. Put a fairy as your companion. Yeah, what if we, since we have all the elements in here, we could have a little fairy companion. Maybe they have like some other lore, like another little B plot going on, a C plot. Finds the mermaid on land and helps her out. They're like two magical beings who are masquerading as humans on land, and they can confide in each other. That would be interesting. She can be all green and stuff. Yeah, like Paimon like Paimon. I love Paimon. Paimon's so silly. Alright. My voice reminds you of Paimon. I could never be as good as Paimon. Paimon's voice actor is so talented. Alright, but I just looked at the time. It's already 10:30. Holy heck. You're Shrek. I love Shrek though. Shrek is timeless. Did you see there's gonna be another Shrek movie? Heart, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Red Chimera. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Me too. I'm so excited for the new Shrek movie. It's been so long, and like, all the Shrek movies have all been like really interesting and well written. So I'm really interested to see what they come up with. Coraline. Ooh, wait, is there gonna be a new Coraline? Or do you mean that it's a good movie because it's really cool? I love stop motion. Unfortunately, it's coming back to theaters. Oh my gosh, I need to see it. Thank you for letting me know. Unfortunately, I just saw that it's 10:30 where I am, and my transformation is gonna wear off in a couple minutes. So I need to wrap it up. Yeah, it's 10:30. I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I will be working hard to write out part of our story, and then I'll read it to you, and you can help me like workshop it. We're gonna make a great story together. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to write our first story together. Yay! I've really been looking forward to this all week, so thank you all so much for coming, for helping me out, for having such good ideas. You're welcome! I will do a little bit more research so I can come back with some more information about Little Mermaid, so we can continue working on our retelling. Thank you so much! I love having you all here. I will quickly go through my schedule for those of you who haven't seen it, because I only just recently put it up on Twitter. Tomorrow, let me drink some water first. Tomorrow, I won't be here. Tomorrow's my day off. It's gonna be really hard. If you see me do a gorilla stream tomorrow, come into stream and flick my forehead and be like, Roseli Petale, magical girl of storybooks, you're supposed to be resting today. I love streaming with you all so much, so it's really hard to take a break. So if you see me, please come in and flick my forehead. Thank you. But if I do a gorilla stream, I'll also tell you on Twitter ahead of time, Magical Roseli, so you will not be caught off guard. Secondly, we can spam feet to bully me away. You would never do that to me. Snivy Gohan, hello, nice to see you. Thank you for following. Thank you. We are we're actually just wrapping up here. I'm going over my schedule for this upcoming week. Just saying, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. If I do a gorilla stream, I'll announce it on Twitter at Magical Roseli. On Tuesday at 8 p.m. PDT. So it would have been like 2.5 hours ago. Oh, thank you. I hope you have an amazing evening as well. Take care. On Tuesday, I will be here at 8 p.m. PDT. We're going to do a good night Zatsu. We're going to just chat a little bit, catch up. Good vibes. I wish you all a good night. Sorry that I won't be here to congratulate you on starting your week, but we will still hang out on Tuesday. On Wednesday at 6 p.m. PDT. I know, 6, 8, 2 different times. I'm so sorry. But on Wednesday at 6 p.m. PDT, we will do, we'll be doing another art stream, which all reminds me, tomorrow, our last art stream, the VOD, will be going up on YouTube. You'll be able to watch me draw and see me drawing with your commentary, like with your help on the side. So you can see how you influenced my art. We'll do that again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I haven't picked out yet who we're drawing, so please be patient. I will have someone soon. I will announce it on Twitter. I'll be off again on Thursday. I'm going to try and take a nap. If I do stream on Thursday, you will see me post on Twitter to warn you. On Friday, we're going to do another Pokemon chat. We'll play more Pokedex game. We'll play more Who's That Pokemon with Pokedex entries. We're also going to do some tier lists for Nebulink. We're going to assign all of the Nexas. Actually, we'll do all of Nexus. We'll do a Nebulink. We're going to assign everyone EV evolutions, and yeah, I think we'll only have time for the EV evolutions. So please come help me pick them out. On Saturday, we're going to have another Zatsu at 8 p.m. PDT. We're going to write our first roleplay ASMR script. We're going to write a script for me to read and record. Maybe in my lower voice, maybe in my higher voice. We'll decide together. So please join me. We're going to work on that together, and then I will record it and release it on YouTube for you all. So please come tell me what kind of stuff you want to hear. Let's write something together. Let's make some art. It'll be so much fun. And then on Sunday at 8 p.m. PDT, we will do our weekly wrap-up. We'll chat, we'll go over the next schedule. Actually, you guys are going to help me with the schedule next week. We'll chat, we'll catch up, we'll look at everything that we've done this week, and we will celebrate a week of hard work. And then, on August 12th, the Minecraft server is opening. So please keep your eye on Twitter for more information about the Minecraft server. I will be putting up information as soon as it's ready. So thank you all so much for your patience. Can't wait to funny block game with you all. Well, not with you all, but for you all. Alright, that's it. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a good night. Thank you for all of the good vibes. Thank you for reading about feet with me. I can't believe that's what we did tonight. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Alright, everyone. Gunbo Rosie, do your best this